Good morning. It is time to wake up and be wealthy. I am not holding a baby this morning, but I got no sleep. So that's the trade off here. Could not get him comfortable all night long for like long periods of time. So mama is a little tired this morning, but we are here excited to talk about how to build an e-learning empire and like what the fuck is an e-learning empire and like why should you care, like all things e-learning empires. This is something that I have really discovered about myself. I predicted this a while ago and then I kind of got distracted, hashtag being ADHD, but like a couple years ago, I did a lot of research and like really discovered that e-learning businesses are like on track to like continue to explode. So they are essentially the easiest way to describe what an e-learning empire is it's taking all of your knowledge, okay, like everything that you have learned, whether it was in traditional school or non-traditional school or your life experiences or just skills that you've developed, but taking everything that is your zone of genius and monetizing it digitally online 24/7. So, AKA making money in your sleep without having to work so hard. So, this can be digital assets from courses to group programs to digital downloads to like even like a whole audio series. Like a lot of people can make really good money on YouTube. A lot of people can make really good money on their actual podcasts. So there's an infinite amount of ways to build an e-learning empire, but the simplest way is taking all of your knowledge and monetizing it online in a very efficient, effective, powerful way that continues to make money for you over and over and over and over again, right? So create it once and make money on it for years and years and years is the name of the game. So I was doing this research years ago, and then like I said, I got a little distracted, but then I was I don't even remember this past summer. I must have read something, but I was like, this is like, I need to pay more attention to this. Do you ever like feel that way? Like maybe as I've been talking about it, you're like, yeah, Nelly, like she's super passionate about talking about e-learning empires. I'm going to go back to doing what I'm doing, right? Or just continue to like ignore me type of thing, which is fine because I'm not going to stop. But that was me too. Like, I was that first person that like found the information, got really, really excited about it. Life happened, business happened, and I just kind of like put it aside and then kept going. And so, what I have noticed is like, okay, what am I really, really good at? And how can I help other people be really, really good at that too? So, from like a leadership standpoint, I've just gotten really like narrowed down so I can be more effective. So, the cool part about what we are up to is that anyone can create an e-learning empire. Whether you already have a business or you don't have a business, you can create a massive e-learning empire and leverage everything that you're already doing. So, for example, let's say you have a brick and mortar and it's a super successful brick and mortar. We can take all of that success and help you at the Wealthy Queen movement create an additional revenue stream, which would be your e-learning empire. So, like my dentist, for example, she is an amazing dentist. Like, oh my gosh, her heart is so pure. Her child actually had cancer. I met her through the organization that I started. And then she started a practice, like just really like a powerhouse. She could absolutely take everything that she's learned as a dentist, creating a practice, and put that into an e-learning empire to help other women or anyone thrive as a dentist, right? Because when you go to dentistry school, from what I've been told, they don't really tell you how to run a business, which just blows my mind. Like, here you are most dentists do open up their own practice, but then they're like not taught how to run a business, right? So she could absolutely create an e-learning empire by taking all of her skills, all of her knowledge, everything that she's learned, all of those things, and then create a massive, beautiful e learning empire. So she could have a mini workshop, she could have a membership, she could have a high ticket mastermind. The options are endless. And that's really where we come in of like, here's all of your ideas and we're going to help you every step of the way because it is a lot to navigate from tech to like other systems to oh my gosh, where do I market this? And when, challenges arise, you need support, right? So like that's what we're doing, right? We're here to help you not only formulate like, okay, what are my ideas and how do I monetize that? But now how do I actually make money doing it? So everyone's going to be coming in at like different levels and we have different programming based on where you're at. So super excited about that. So that would be like the dentist example. So let's say, for example, you don't have a business and you're like, I really want to make money, but I don't want to become a network marketer. So network marketer is like buying into another company, selling their products, building a team, and that's how you make money. Maybe that's just not for you. And also maybe for you, you don't have a lot of time. So like doing like service-based work where you would like build websites out for people or like do virtual assistant work or anything like that just isn't conducive for your schedule and or for like your monetary goals because you're still going to like hit a glass ceiling. And that's really where an e-learning empire comes into play because there's no cap on your financial opportunity because it's not contingent on your time, right? You may show up to something, but there's no cap of how many people can come to that thing. So, like, for example, we have a moolah club and it literally is infinitely scalable. And that is on purpose. It can scale and scale and scale and scale as big as we want it to get. And there'll never be a cap because that's how it's designed to be. It's essentially our Netflix, if you will, of how to build an e-learning empire. It's all laid out for the person that really wants to do this and wants all the shortcuts. And then from there, they can ask us questions and I go live every Thursday. I'm not answering people back and forth, right? I'm not on coaching calls. It's very streamlined for the reason of being one, affordable for people, and two, scalable for us. So we can continue to get as many people in there as possible to help them build e-learning empires. So it's like totally a win-win. So going back to the network marketing example. So if she or he didn't want to create an e-learn create a network marketing company, but they were like, I really do want to make money online, then we would help them. Okay, let's look at your life. Like, let's look at your skills. Let's look at your life experiences. What could you create? So let's say, for example, that woman is really good at baking or crafting. Like we want to take your skills that you're already really, really good at and start to like formulate that into an e-learning empire. You can also take skills that you want to acquire, right? Like let's say, for example, you're really interested in learning how to play the piano, but you don't know how to play the piano yet. You still very much could eventually create an e-learning empire around playing the piano, but there's still going to be that lag time of like, okay, now I have to learn a new skill. So I like to help people. I guarantee you, whether you think it or not, there are skills that you can monetize right now. Everyone has skills. It is impossible not to have skills. You may have to dig a little bit deep and like be honest with yourself of like, oh yeah, I really am good at that. Like, for example, I love fashion. I love makeup. I love it so much. Like I could talk about it all day, every day. And so I could very much create e-learning products around that if I desired, right? So going back to the baking example. So I said baking and crafting, but we'll go with baking. So let's say she loves baking, but she does not have a business. She's like, I'm new to this world. I want to make money. I hear what you're saying, right? All of those things. So we would take her and say, okay, you love to bake. What do you love to bake? And she could say, oh my gosh, I love to bake all different types of cookies. So very easily, she could do a mini course on how to bake cookies or decorate cookies. So it would be a mini course. We record it once, right? In her kitchen, and then she sells it over and over and over and over again, right? You can even get like even more niche down of like baking cookies with your kids and like how to do that in like a fun educational way. Like there's things that we can do to like make her be different, so it's just not like, oh, this chick is making cookies. So there's fun things that we can do to incorporate that and make her different. So that would be like a way that we could start. And then from there, she could create a membership that is like all about baking with your kids. And like she gives them different recipes and different fun things to do. And some people may be like, but is there really a market for that? And here's the thing, in all of my years of being on the online space, there is a market for everything. We were at a conference in September, Christy and I, my business bestie, and we were chatting with somebody, or if she was chatting with them, but they had a monthly subscription for guinea pigs where they like sent you accessories for your guinea pigs. And she was like, there is a market for everything. And I'm like, that's such a good like reminder that like there truly is. And so that's the cool part about the online space is the more we create this personal brand around you and really be unique and we have these digital assets, once we like get all the systems in place, once we create the digital assets, the membership, the mini course, whatever it is that we decide to do with you, then we spend a majority of the time marketing. So that is one of the most powerful things as an e-learning empire. You free up your time to grow the business, as where a brick and mortar has so much that they're doing for the brick and mortar to stay open, that then they're like, oh shit, I need to market. And a lot of business owners then put marketing to the wayside when that's like the one thing that's like the oxygen of any company is marketing, right? Same is true for like a service-based entrepreneur. Let's say they're making websites all day, every day for other people to keep the lights on. They're probably pretty drained and exhausted. So they're not getting on Facebook Live. They're not doing TikToks and Reels more than likely, right? Or to the capacity that they like could if they freed up their time. So this is the power in building an e-learning empire. It still takes work, right? Especially in the beginning phases where you're building it out. But think of it like a house. Think of it like this big, beautiful house. It takes a minute to build a house, right? You've got to get the one, we got to pick the land, right? And then we've got to get the blueprints, and then we've got to build said house, but then we can like actually move into the house. So that's truly what an e-learning empire is like we pick the land, we create the blueprint, we build the house, then we move in, and we're not continuing to renovate. So then take another business, for example, that's not an e-learning empire. Imagine them constantly renovating. They're always renovated. They're always under construction. They're working so hard and they're like, I can't even enjoy my house. And so that's the biggest difference is there's still that ramp up phase, right? There's still like a lot of testing and figuring things out like any business, but that does come to an end. And then we create these assets that can really be working for you for years and years and years. Like in our portal, I have trainings upon trainings upon trainings because I've been doing this for so long, right? So those assets are still creating impact. Like even somebody messaged me the other day and she's like, I was watching this training and guess what? I wasn't there. I wasn't showing up. That's the power of doing this. Like not only is it amazing for you because it frees you up, but it impacts the world on just a massive level because you don't have to keep showing up over and over and over again. And then you're able to go market your e-learning empire. And more importantly, you're able to go like live your fucking life, right? Like that's the biggest thing that I want for women is like, let's go live, right? I was sitting down with our executive director for the nonprofit that I started, and we were just catching up yesterday. And I was like, I'm running out of things to do. And she like laughed because she's known me for a very long time. And I was like, I'm decluttering my whole house legitimately. The month of January, I kid you not, I I probably spent more time decluttering my home than I did in my e-learning empire. And it can like we had a record breaking month. We're continuing to grow and grow and grow. And like, I would have not been able to do that even just a couple years ago. Like, I have been really like stepping up my game and really systematizing things and delegating and all the things that I will be teaching you to do too. Like, I always want to continue to forge the path ahead and learn new things and continue to grow and grow and grow. And so it's so funny because she laughed at me and she was like, oh my gosh, that's so funny. But I'm like, what a gift that I was like able to spend so much time in January decluttering my home because it honestly took way more hours than I thought it would. I'm on the tail end of it, but then I'm like, what am I going to do next? Like, I need some hobbies. Like, I guess I'm like, I do want to start like running more because I want to sign up for a half marathon. So there's that, but like, what's next? And so that's the fun part of like figuring out how you start to fill up your time with things that you actually want to do or things that you've been putting off, like your health and fitness or your family and like adding more family time. Like this month we head to the beach and I'm gone pretty much the last half of February. I am gone. My family is going to the beach and then I have some friends and their kids are coming to the beach. And so that's pretty cool, right? Like I would have not been able to do that, oh my gosh, like 6 years ago. So, like, even though there's some building out to do, it's gonna go pretty quickly, especially when you're coachable and you're willing to put in the time and follow the recipe because the recipe works. I was working with somebody yesterday and she kept like messaging me because she's in our high level mastermind. So she does have access to me. And she was like, oh my gosh, I just got 10 sales. And I was like, I'm so proud of you. You're following the recipe. You're doing exactly what I'm telling you to do. And it works. Like the recipe works. So even if you're not in our high level mastermind, you get the recipe even before that. You just don't get access to me. And that's by design for my time. So we teach this, freely in all of our programs. You know the recipe from paying $7 with us. Like literally, we teach you the recipe at $7. That's our gift to you. We help start like giving you the support and the advice, and then you decide if you want to continue on in our Moolah Club, which is our ongoing membership. It's the turnkey system, the blueprint. So that's like the blueprint of your house, and then truly like our mastermind, our inner circle is like helping you build the house and then move in. So that's really how we've designed our programming. We have tons of other programming that's more just one-off, but that's like our true journey of building your e-learning empire that we know is really, really effective and just continues to get better and better and better and better. So if you want to join this movement, you are literally welcomed. You are officially invited. And the biggest thing I want for you is to take this seriously because it is going to continue to explode. And the ones that are ready for it are going to get a huge piece of the financial pie. And it's just like anything. When you're an early adopter of something, then you're ahead, right? So the people that jump on later in the e-learning world are going to still benefit from it, but not to the extent that the people that have been around for a while and have the systems in place, have the infrastructure in place, have the marketing in place, have the mindset in place. Like having all of that in place is going to help you get ahead. And what's really exciting about this is like you can also do this with your kids. Like build an e-learning empire with your kids. Build an e-learning empire with your best friend. Like I have a secondary business that is an e-learning empire with my business bestie, which is my best friend, right? Like that's a second business it thrives and runs on its own without us really putting any work into it, and it makes money all day, every day. So really cool, really exciting. That's what's waiting for you. Like, and to do it with other people, one is way more fun, but also you're going to be so much more accountable to yourself. And also, like, learning all the shortcuts is so powerful. So you don't have to like go Google everything, go watch YouTube videos, go read 20,000 books and like try to piecemeal it together. Like, you're actually going to spend more time. Like, our first step is $7. Our next step is $111. And then, yeah, it goes up to about $1,000 a month from there when you want like high level support. But when you're making $10,000, like, that doesn't feel like, that's like, oh, well, of course, like, I want more support so I can keep growing and keep scaling. And some people can't even fathom that much money. They're like, is that even possible? And I promise you it is. I see it all day, every day in my business, other people's businesses. People are making amazing money online. Like, $10,000 is just the beginning a month. Um, if you want it. It's really like available to anyone. Like, that's the cool part too, is like, you don't have to go out and like, if you wanted to open up a restaurant, you would have to like probably get a bank loan, right? And then build it all out and wait, like, and not make money. There would be so much building that you wouldn't be making money. That's the cool part about an e-learning empire. As you're building, right? You're making money. It's so exciting. Even like thinking about traditional school versus non-traditional school. When I was in college, like, I was the broke college student, right? I had $50,000 of student loan debt graduating after 4 years. Can you imagine if I built an e-learning empire for 4 years? Not only would I make money during that time of college, but I would have not graduated with $50,000 of student loan debt, right? Like, I would have a huge asset building, making money for me all the time, right? And learning, all obviously, but not sitting in a classroom 24/7. I would have been able to like go live my life, right? So the answer is like right in front of you, and it's truly is, who wants it, because it's available. And we're so excited to help every single person that is like, yes, please give me the fast pass. I want to learn. I'm very coachable. Like, put me in the game, coach. So I'm excited for you. Really take this seriously. Don't worry about like any of the details in regards to like, but what would I sell? We help you do that. But where would I sell it? We help you do that. I don't know anything about online. We help you do that. I don't like social media. We can work through that with you, right? Like, where there's a will, there's a way. And I think so often we get in our own fucking way that we just don't do anything. So we work through all mindset challenges with you, all marketing challenges. We work through everything with you. As long as you're willing to do it, we've got the answers, and we're constantly testing things and making them better and studying other businesses. Like, this is my obsession. So if you can only imagine what that is, like, and like, imagine having somebody in your corner that is obsessed with this world and can give you all the shortcuts, you're going to get there even faster, and it'd be way easier too. So we're here. We're waiting for you. Come. Because the roller coaster is getting really fun. So I would love to have you. We would love to have you. It has been like just so exciting to see this grow and see people make money and more confidence, and see the possibilities. Like, seeing it in their eyes just makes me so happy, because it's like, once you start to make money, that's when you really do believe it. But you have to believe it before that, because which came first, the chicken or the egg? You have to believe that it's possible, then you make it happen. And then your belief goes even more. So give me some belief, and we can make this happen together, and it be so fun. Don't wait. Don't be that person that's on the sidelines like, all right, like, I'm going to just keep putting that aside. And I'll come back to that later. Like, take this seriously, and I promise you, it is the fastest wealth building vehicle out there, because you need cash to invest in real estate. You need cash to pay off debt. You need cash to invest in the stock market. So those things are amazing wealth vehicles, but they take cash, lots of cash. And so instead of trying to burn yourself to the ground to make those things happen, this is a very efficient, effective way to create more cash fast, to then, yes, of course, put it in real estate, put it in the stock market, pay off debt, like really make everything that you desire happen. And this is the way to do it really, really fast. So I'm excited for you. This is your open invitation to join the Wealthy Queen movement. If you're just not sure where you fit in, we're here to chat. We're here to like really work through things with you. We are excited to help 1,000 women this year, and I hope that you're one of them. All right, make it a great day.